Hi, I'm Emma. I am 20 years old. I'm a decorator. I own Emma's Painting Decorating, and I'm based in the Northwest, just outside of Blackpool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on Life of a Female Tradie podcast, Emma. It's really cool to have you on. Let's start where we always start. Tell me a bit about your background, would you, and
Okay.
where you are today.
Thank you so much for having me. So I didn't really know that I ever wanted to do this. It was never really a part of any plan. I was in school, didn't really know what I wanted to do. I only had tunnel vision for uni, really. I never thought about my parents were pushing me to uni, my grandparents were pushing me to uni. That's absolutely fine. But I never thought about any other options, going straight into a job or an apprenticeship or doing anything like that. But then I left school and I thought, I really don't know what I want to do. And it's a lot of money, isn't it, to go to uni when
It
it's a bit
is.
of a risk. You can't commit if you don't know. So I went to sixth form. That put me off uni even more. I still didn't know what I wanted to do. My grades weren't that great. Um, and I went straight into hospitality, which a lot of
Okay.
people in the trades have worked in hospitality. And if I don't know if you have, well, it's brutal, isn't it? The long hours, I was a chef and you're in the same room
Oh, wow.
12 to 14 hours a day with the same people who usually don't really like each other. So it's a bit of a toxic environment. And then Harry, my boyfriend, he said to me, "Well, why don't you have a look at doing a trade?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never even thought about it." No one in my family has ever been in a trade really. I don't really have any friends that do trades, so I was like, "All right, okay." So I looked into it and I was like, "Yeah, that's me. That's what I want to do." And then I just did it. I left my job. I started with friends and family, obviously, just sort of
Yep.
getting a bit of experience, watched every YouTube video, every Instagram video. And then that's all I've done. And then I just did it from there, really.
Wow. What a lad, your fella suggesting a trade. Good man.
I know. He's a welder, so he's the only person that I know that does that. We started our businesses at the same time, so we've been in the same boat, but he's pushed me out of my comfort zone. He's just brilliant. What a legend.
He sounds a cool dude. I like that. Definitely. So, when did you start your business?
November 2024. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's just been just over a year now. It's like a year and a few months now. So
Great.
really not long at all. But I feel like you learn so much so fast just from being there and doing it. You can watch every video and you can message for advice and you can do everything, but you're not going to really learn until you're there doing it, I think, which is help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Learning from your mistakes is one of the best ways, isn't it? And I think that's partially why I think the apprentices are doing so well. Apprenticeships are being
Yeah,
pushed. It's there's nothing better than learning hands-on. I just for
I know,
trades, it is
100%.
yeah,
You're not going to learn, you know, you're not going to make the mistakes if you don't try. So you're not going to learn from them. So that's the best way, I think.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, obviously, you've stated you're a painter and decorator, but I've seen on your socials that you've took your hand to a few other things.
A bit
So
of everything, bit of this.
yeah, I love
Um,
it.
yeah, I do like to try a few different things. Yeah. It's,
So you're
what?
plastering, you've plastered and boarded a ceiling, I've noticed. You've done some
Yeah.
tiling, some
Oh yeah.
counter wrapping, and let's just mention your grand's side table units, her
Oh,
bedside tables. Beauty.
stunning. I wish she didn't take them. I wish I could have them in my bedroom. I might do something the exact same just for me, but they are. When you just have a vision, you think, I don't know if that's going to go very well, and then it does. It all comes together. But yeah. So mostly I do decorating. I did a 10-week plastering course, very brief, very
Beginner.
yeah, very beginner. Yeah, thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's brilliant to have friends and family because you can just say, "Do you mind if I just have a go?" And usually they're going to say yeah because obviously it's all for free for them, so they're not going to say no for a nice new kitchen, are they? But
Absolutely.
so it's good to be able to have a go, and they can't ask for their money back because it's free because it's your sister.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had a go at tiling before in
yeah,
my early days of getting in the trade, and it was for a friend, even though he
yeah.
was happy with it, I don't know. I wasn't 100%
I
and
felt the same as well.
yeah.
Especially around the plug sockets. If you look close, you think, "Oh, don't look close."
Yeah, just stand a few
100%.
meters away.
Yeah, if you squint, it looks alright. Yeah. But, no, I definitely wouldn't have anyone pay me for it. You just have to try, don't you? You don't know. You don't know.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is it that, like, drew you to painting and decorating?
So I've always liked a bit of painting, bit of watercolours, drawing and things like
Oh,
but I feel like if you wanna be an electrician or if you wanna be I've just
like
forgotten all the trades.
plumbers.
Well, yeah, you have to sort of do the apprenticeship or go and do some sort of course, and I was just so done with school, sixth form, and then I did my little plastering course, and I was like, "I just wanna go into the world and just do it, see how it goes." And I feel like decorating is the easiest one really to get into without having to do the educational qualifications, because there is so many decorators without qualifications, and they're
Yeah.
just as good as everyone else. You know, I get a few comments saying, "You don't have any qualifications for this." Oh, shush. Shush. Everyone's so miserable on the internet, aren't they?
I know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm the same though. I'm not a certificate, like, qualified decorator, but I'm time served, you see, and like we've just said, there's nothing like learning hands-on from others that have the experience. I understand why those that have done the qualifications kind of turn their nose up at people
yeah,
like us, but, it's
yeah,
just one of those things, isn't it?
yeah. The first people who decorated, there would have been no one to teach them. So how did they learn? Everyone has learned from someone or from something, and the internet is such a brilliant resource for that because there's so many videos out there, tips and tricks, and just a lot of helpful videos that you can sort of before you make that mistake, they might say, just watch out for this or
Yeah.
don't do, and you can learn from that as well, which is just great.
Exactly. Why not use modern day technology to help you get
Yeah.
forward, you know? That's what it's there for. What do you think from obviously being only just over a year in to self-employment, what
Mm.
do you think has been the hardest thing that you've come across being self-employed?
For me, definitely 110%. It is just giving myself that kick up the backside, honestly, because you could have, invoices to send, quotes to send, go jobs to go and price up, materials to pick up. You've got 30 emails to reply to. You need to bring someone back. And it's so easy to bury your head in the sand and say, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do that. I will message back at some point. But no one is coming to save you. You have to, when you start a business, that's what you're signing up for. It's you and it's you and it's you. And you have to be the customer service. You have to be the accountant. You have to be the on the tools. And it's just you. So that is the hardest bit for me. Just giving myself that little push when I want to ignore a text. I just have to think like no one else is going to reply. It's just me. So
Yeah.
that's the hardest bit for me.
Okay. And I guess with that as well, it almost comes into like time management as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Learning where you are okay with personally working until like where the line crosses into your personal time, because
Yeah.
that I think was something I was quite strong on from the beginning, that my weekends are my time
Yeah.
and the weekdays are for working, whatever that entails.
Yeah.
I have this weekend unfortunately broken that rule and had to go and do a quote, but
God.
it is very hard, isn't it, to as a self-employed sole person responsible for making this work. It is hard to have those boundaries, don't you think?
Yeah. Because you do have to be the whole team. There's no one, you can't message someone really, unless you've got an accountant and things. Well, that's absolutely fine. But you can't really message. There's no one else to rely on. It's just you. And what was I going to say? I was going to say something about that then. I am quite bad. I need to set better boundaries. That's something else that I struggle with.
Yeah.
If I say yes to too many things, I say, yeah, don't worry, I'll squeeze you in. I'll squeeze you in. And then I'm like, when am I going to do that? I've got, I'm working evenings. I've got this job on the side. I'm finishing a job off over there. Why have I said yes to that? It's
Okay, yeah.
too much at one time. And then suddenly you're working every weekend, you're working evenings, you're working, and you have to draw a line.
You
really.
do, yeah,
Yeah.
because you'll burn out effectively, won't you? And I'm sure it has happened to all of us or will happen at some point. So do you work the odd evening, do you?
I recently, since Christmas, thought, "Oh, yeah, I'll have next year weekends off, and I'll have a Friday off as well. I'll give myself that Friday." I know you went on the Talking Tradesman, and you said that you give yourself is it the Monday that you give
I have the
yourself?
Monday off, yeah, to do quotes and get materials.
I think that's brilliant, and that is something that I wanted to do this year. Um, and I said to myself, "Right, no more evenings, finish at a decent time, get home, have some tea, maybe do a bit of admin, it's gotta be done, and then no weekends." I think I've done every bloody weekend this Christmas, which is just ridiculous. I've taken too much on. I need to pack that in. I think I need to just draw the line and say, "Don't overbook, don't do this," because
Yeah,
it's not the end of the world, really. With painting, I'm not a doctor. If I don't get round to them that week, it's not the end of the world, and you just put that unnecessary pressure on yourself to get it done when it's not the end of the world sometimes. I know it feels like it is, but it's really not.
exactly. And I mean, I guess as a self-employed person, you've always got in the back of your mind your reputation and what you look like to everybody else as a business person. And I think it can be a very fine line balancing that overworking yourself and not working enough. Like, I can understand why people may look at having a weekday off as well as the weekend could be detrimental to a business,
Yeah.
because obviously you're not earning money on that day.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line of it. But at the same time, I think you've got to look at it as, why are you self-employed? What did you go into it for? Was it the money, or was it the freedom of managing your own time? And that
Yeah.
was mine, managing my own time, you see. So, yeah, you'll get to a point where you can kind of just bring things back down and keep them level. Also, what you don't want to do is book somebody in and then let them down and then they tell somebody, etc.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that's why I say yes to everyone because well, I don't say yes to everyone, but I say I'll squeeze them in.
Yeah.
And then I think I can't not do it now. So I have to, the other week I was working on a house and they were on holiday. So I would do the evening there and I would be in the day at someone else's house because if they're on
Oh,
holiday, it doesn't
wow,
matter
okay.
what time I'm there. No, I can't do that forever. I need to have that weekday off because it does I like to you say you're having the day off, don't you? You say, "I'm not working today," but then you'll go to 5 quotes and you'll send your invoices and you'll do your books for the week. Like, you will be working, but you call it a day off is no.
Yeah. It's like an unpaid work day. It's like an
Yeah,
admin day,
yeah,
which, yeah, you don't get paid for, so it feels like it's not work, but you are working.
yeah, yeah, and then as well, I think if I give myself, maybe that Monday or that Friday, I feel like I'd be more productive in those 4 days because I wouldn't be thinking about quotes and texts and emails and things because it would be done. And I could just crack on with the work. So I
That's
think
it.
I'll definitely look into, having one of those weekdays off.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's not for everybody, but if you can make it work, I would always vouch for it because it has done wonders for my personal life. And obviously, like you say, becoming more efficient in my when I am on the tools, and then being more efficient with the admin not stacking
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. That is the worst feeling as well, when you know you've gotta do it,
I
you just
know.
keep putting it off. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I think I left my books like 6 months backdated. Oh,
I used
yeah.
to be so good at the start. I was like, "Right, every week," and now, God, I can't even remember when I last did it. It's
Oh no.
it's probably for the taxes, probably for the but apart from no, you need something to give you a bit of a push sometimes. I know Harry will say to me, "Come on, get it done," and I'll be like, "Right, fine," but if you don't have a Harry, you've got to push yourself, yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
We haven't all got a
Oh,
Harry.
bloody Harry, Oh,
Brilliant, brilliant. Now, obviously, for anybody that follows you on your social media, they will have seen that you've had a terrible time with vans.
oh, a nightmare, a nightmare. So, I got this van, this little Fiat Doblo. I thought it was the best thing that had ever happened to me because I was working before I got that van for my Peugeot 107, which is the smallest little car
It's
in
like
the
that
world.
big.
Yeah, like driving a little bloody one of those toy cars that you can get in the play areas, those yellow and red ones. But
Yeah.
and that was my van for about 5 months, 5 or 6 months, and that could not go on. So I got my little van for £1,000. It was a bargain.
Absolute bargain.
Obviously, I know why, but I didn't have any history with it. It had 100 and I think it was 160 miles, I think, or 50, which, is quite a lot for a van. And then I was driving along to work to a new customer as well, which is just, the worst. And now she's one of my best customers. So I'm so glad
Oh, I
she
love that.
kept faith in me. But I broke down on my way to the job and I thought it was going to be a quick fix, maybe a new battery, new alternator. No, timing chain, which is deep in the engine, if anyone doesn't know. And yeah, again, Harry, absolute lifesaver. Because if I'd have taken that to the garage and got it fixed, it would have been thousands,
Mm.
about £2,500 it would have been at the garage. So I'm just so lucky to have Harry, honestly. He just knows these things. He spent every spare hour of his day. We ripped it out together, put everything in the label bags. He spent every spare hour of his day under there, in the rain, in the cold at night, trying to fix it for me. He lent me his van because if I can't get to work, I can't make any money and I'm letting people down. My diary's going to all, get out of time.
Yeah.
So it was just terrible. 3 weeks of not having my van. I used Harry's van. That was £400 for insurance for the 3 weeks. It's just ridiculous.
Shocking.
I know. And in the end, it all was fine. He fixed it. I had it for a few months after that. Perfect. And then it bloody blew up on the.
Ooh.
I know. It blew up on the dual carriageway.
Oh
I was
no.
crying on the side of the road. My fuel was everywhere. It was like an environmental catastrophe. It was shocking. So that van had to go. Thankfully, it was just around Christmas time. I did have to cancel a few sort of day jobs. One day
Okay.
here, one day there. I said I'll come after Christmas, but thankfully, no major setbacks. But I've got my new van now and, touch wood, I've
Yay.
had no issues. Absolutely brilliant. The best investment in the world.
Goodness me.
I,
Honestly.
I know. It's if you don't have your way of getting to work, what do you do? It's not an
Exactly.
option. No.
I think as soon as you've had for a tradesperson, when you've got a van, it's like your second home. I've said this before, I think with Joanne. Your van is like a limb for you, isn't it? Like you keep certain things in it constantly, and you know where they are. And when you haven't got it, even if like the garage has got it for a service or an
Yeah.
MOT, it's like your legs have been took in it.
Yeah. You forget how to function without it because I don't have a car. I've just got rid of the car and then gone straight to van. So I've just been, just van. But I just don't know. It is like a limb. You don't know what to do, and I try and keep it tidy. I know sometimes on a Friday you open it and you don't even want to look in there. But recently it's been pretty good. But you just know, you know where everything is. You know that you can reach it when you need it. It's just perfect having a van. It's the
Isn't
best.
it? I know. I loved mine. It was the best investment I did. I started with a car,
Mm.
and I think after it might have been about 2 months, I thought to myself, I'm getting that much stuff and having to carry that much paint that I don't want a chance getting it all over the vehicle before I sell it. So I was like, right, I've got to get rid of the car and get a van. And I think a month or two into having the van, I got it sign written as well. And that was the best investment I've ever done.
It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Yeah. I got mine pink because I thought, as a woman, whenever I see a pink van, I will have a little look, who's
Yeah,
that? And so I got it pink. My brand isn't pink. None of my logos are pink, but I just thought pink. So I got it pink and it is brilliant. Just seen your van in Tesco car park.
yes.
It makes you feel like it's worth it, doesn't it? Because, yeah.
Absolutely. Do you ever, when you go and do quotes, do you ever ask the potential customer where they found you?
A lot of the time they'll say someone
Oh,
recommended you or They might be someone's friend, or someone's mum. Oh, my granddaughter passed me on, which is just so lovely. I love the little old ladies. And then sometimes, so I have a banner as well, which is on some really busy traffic lights,
Oh,
and it's quite a
nice.
long light. You sat there for a while. So I put that on there. I think it was £25. It's on there every single day. I will get at least one person say, "Hello, I've seen your banner." And
Wow.
the best bit of advertising, I've tried Facebook ads. I don't really do much advertising anymore because I've got quite a lot coming in, but that banner is the best piece of advertising I've ever put out there. It's brilliant. It's
That's
brilliant.
yeah, genius. I mean, when I started way back when, I had like one of those A boards that kind of
Yeah,
flaps,
yeah, I see a lot of them around here actually.
but I was paranoid that people would steal it.
That was me when I put my banner on. Who's stealing that?
I know.
Other decorators.
Yeah, or slash it or something.
Yeah, yeah. Or write
Yeah,
something on it. Yeah.
yeah. That's brilliant though. Yeah, I might look into that banner idea. It's all about positioning though, isn't it? So it sounds like you found the perfect spot.
I did have it in a different spot on the same strip of road, but on a spot where the lights aren't there as long and only one car at a time can see it. So there's two lanes, but only one of the cars can see it. And you couldn't really see it until you were already driving, and then you shouldn't really be looking at my back when you're driving. So it was there for 6 months, and one person said, "I've seen your banner." And as soon as I moved it, flooding in, honestly, it was brilliant.
Wow. There we go. So if you're looking for any kind of ways to advertise, banners, sign written
Yeah,
van are the way forward.
100%.
I do think that like old like you could almost class that as like old school advertising, couldn't you? Because I think they're some of the best ways. Because when I started back up, I printed leaflets and I went out for the day with a backpack and some
Yeah,
water, tunes in the ears, and just posted loads of leaflets through the old dears' houses, and that's how I started.
those.
I know, the bungalows.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna do that actually, and then I thought, I'll just try the banner. Yeah, there's so many different ways, isn't there? I think
Yeah,
Facebook ads, it's a lot of money for not real. Sometimes it reaches the wrong area. They'll be messaging me from Newcastle, and I'm saying, "Oh, I don't know how it's reached you. I'm really sorry. I'm in Blackpool." But a banner, get the people who are in your area, especially leaflets. You can target the exact houses you want. So that's just perfect.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those, sometimes the tech works, sometimes the old school is king. Okay, so obviously, us both being females in the trades, you're fairly new to the scene. Have you encountered any like tricky situations yet? Or not saying that you will, but you might.
yeah, 100%. So I would say that 9 out of 10 times, my experiences are brilliant. My customers are lovely. They appreciate that I'm a woman. A lot of my customers are female, and I appreciate that they're women as well. It's great to, we both trust each other. It's lovely. But I have, when I first started, it was mostly friends and family, family of friends, things like that. And my first encounter with someone who wasn't, I didn't know them at all, completely random. It was on Facebook. Someone said, "Are you free?" And I was free because I didn't have any backlog. I said, "Yeah, I'll be there." So I went the first day, absolutely fine, really nice couple. He had a wife and everything. And then the next day, I finished the job, and he'd had a few drinks, and I went downstairs. And his wife was not in at this point, and he was telling me I'm wasting my time and that I should be doing OnlyFans instead of this. You'd make 10 times more than this doing porn, which you should just
Dude.
ever say to anyone, regardless of any situation, what job they're doing, what gender they are. You should never say that to anyone. And if that had have happened now, you would have had a completely different reaction. But it was my first
Oh,
customer, and I thought, like, is this what it's going to be like? I cried in the car on the way home.
oh,
The whole way,
bless you.
have I made a mistake? But I've never, since that day, now, if that happened, I would just tell him to do one, stick your job where the sun doesn't shine. I'll see you later. Because I'm not really scared of losing people like that. I don't want people like that
They're
as my.
not your customers.
No, that's not my target audience. But I've never, since then, never had anything like that. You get the little odd comment, don't you? For do you know how to use that drill?
God.
But yeah, I thought that's how it was gonna be, and it's not, and I don't want that to put anyone off because I love this. I have lovely customers and it's brilliant, and I don't people like that, it really is just a one-off. For me, the experience I've had, it's just a one-off, and you can't let it get to you. Because me then, I was scared. I didn't want to say anything to upset this man, and then he'd go on Facebook and start
This
slandering
is
me.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
you get, like, scared, but no, no, I would never bend over backwards again for anyone like that. If it happened now, I would walk away 100%.
Yeah. I think, gosh, that could have gone so bad for you, like, it really could have
Yeah.
stopped you in your tracks, couldn't it? And the power of words sometimes are just not recognised by
No.
people that, given, you say he'd had a couple of drinks,
Yeah.
that in itself just, but yeah, unfortunately, I think every woman in the trade will have encountered on some level a uncomfortable situation such as
Yeah.
that. But at the same time, it isn't always fellas that do it, it's the women as well. From what some of the women on here have said, that their worst encounters have been from other women doubting their skills.
Oh, c
Like, come on.
get out. No. No, no, no. You should never be like that, really. I think as a woman, as women, you should never be like that. Women should be supporting, a lot of I never have. I've never had a bad experience with a woman really. You get the odd difficult customer, but I've never had a bad experience with a woman. It's only the good experiences outweigh the bad ones 100%. I
Yeah.
get when you show up to quote a job and they say, "Oh my gosh, it's brilliant that you're a woman," and you think, "Oh my gosh, this is great," and they say to me, "I wish I'd have done this, 20 years ago." And I say, do it. It's not too
Yeah.
late. At whatever age you are, I'm fairly young for someone getting into it with no experience, and it's gone well for me. It will go well for you. It will go well for you. You just have to have that little push to actually start,
Absolutely.
and you should never have a regret thinking, "I wish I'd have done that." Just do it. Just do
Just
it.
do it. I know. That's it. It is. I've started back up twice now. Well, started once and then started back up a second time in my later 30s. So, there's no time limit on these things. It's just, I guess it's got to sit right with your personal circumstances,
Mm.
hasn't it? Because obviously having children and mortgages and stuff, it's a whole different ball game. Just do it. Give it a go.
Give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen, when I first started, I was thinking, "Oh, what's the worst that can happen?" Obviously, I don't have any children, I don't have a mortgage, I still live at home. So, for me, this was the best time for me to do it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But my family were a bit worried, like, "You don't really have a backlog of customers, or are you sure about this?" But then I would think, and Harry would reassure me, he would say, like, the worst thing that could happen is that you just have to get a job, which is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the worst that could happen, really. So why not? Go for it.
Exactly. And it with I think with the trades, because you are physically doing something for somebody else,
Mm.
once you get your first one, 2, 3 customers, they'll tell somebody, and then you'll get their best mate or their mum, etc., etc., and then it just spirals, doesn't it?
100%. I feel like the first few months, it was like week by week, I'm thinking, I've got nothing in for next week, but it would always come, out of nowhere, maybe a day before, maybe a week before. But at some point, the phone would ring or I'd get an email and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's another week that I don't have to think about maybe packing this in. I can
Yeah.
carry on. And here I am. At the minute, I'm booking into June, which is just a really brilliant
Nice.
feeling because it's like, you don't have to have that stress all the time. I've taken deposits from everyone. They're all booked in. They're all happy. A lot of them returning or family of the people who I've already worked for. And it's just such a good feeling to have not that worry on your shoulders. Have I got work for next week?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's sometimes a hot topic within the decorating trade is how far ahead is right to book. Now, I myself, I'm with you. I'm booking into June now, and
Mm.
I'm more than happy to be a couple of months or more booked
Mm.
up ahead because you know what's coming in and therefore you can account for what's going out and you can plan your time. My only thing is when it starts hitting the warmer months, I like to maybe just pause the interior jobs just to see if anybody wants any exterior work because I'll happily work in the sunshine, you know.
I know, I'm the exact same. I've sort of put a post on Facebook last week saying, "Book in your exteriors now, because if you don't, then it might be next year."
This is it. Yeah.
They don't A lot of people don't think to message in February about things that they want doing in July, but by the time it comes to July, we'll probably be booking into the winter months.
Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you do have to get in early if you want something done, but I'm the exact same. I love working outside. I know a lot of people, they prefer to be inside because the risk of bad weather things, but no, I love the sun, the warm, it's brilliant. Good mood, it lifts you up, doesn't it, when your shorts on?
I mean, there is the thing of the safety aspect when it comes to being outdoors, I think, because being up ladders as a lone worker,
Yeah.
I kind of restrict that myself. I don't go up to the second story of a house on a ladder, no chance.
I know. It's when I to be honest, I'm still a bit scared of heights now, but
Uh,
even in some high hallways, I think, "Oh my gosh, this is not for me." But sometimes you just have to get on with it, don't you? But no, outside especially, I don't like to risk it. Scaffolding all the way if I have to go. It's really high. Yeah, no, it's not worth the risk, is it? If
It's really
especially
not.
your own, no one's watching the ladder. If the wind suddenly out of nowhere, you don't know what's going to happen. If the ladder might fall, no,
And
not
it's
worth it.
never gonna be a soft landing, really, is it?
Oh no, no, something's breaking.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, the key is to get your inquiries in early for summer jobs and
That's
well, just in general, because if you're a good decorator, you're in high demand and
you are.
as a customer, you want a decorator that is busy, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I know a lot of my customers, a lot of my returning customers, they know now to book me in well in advance. I know I've got a woman who she says, "Could we get this in August?" Which is absolutely fine. I've not even got that far yet, but she knows she wants it then, so she's messaged me now. That's absolutely perfect because then I'm not. I don't. I hate when I can't get someone in for when they want to be in,
I know.
especially if they've come back to me a few times. So I like to try and warn them. If you want me back, pop me a message.
That's it. That's it. With
Yeah.
do you I'm just curious, it's coming to my head. Do you um at the beginning of a year, do you put in your like holiday, say you like a holiday?
So as of right now, I've not been on holiday since I started, and I'm really kicking myself because I should book one, and then I've just got it in. I don't need to even think about booking anyone in that week. But I think because I'm so new to it, I haven't wanted to risk, which is terrible because the work's not going anywhere really. They can wait that 1 week. But I haven't booked in an abroad holiday. I've had, weekends mostly off. And then if I've had a quiet week, I think I'll take a few days off this week and that'll be like my little holiday. But I should 100% do that. I should be booking my holidays in.
It is difficult. I come to like sort of this time of year and I'm always booked up like a month or two ahead of like current day. And then I think, "Oh, I wish I'd booked like a week off in May or something. And then
Yeah.
it's all booked. And then people are approaching July and I'm thinking, when do I actually want to go on like a summer holiday if I want to go on one? And it is quite hard to schedule that sort of break in, but you have to because I think it was last year I worked excuse me, all the way from the October prior all over through till I think it was August without a break.
Yeah. It's
And
killer.
it's killer, especially when everybody else is taking like March or May holidays. It's like, oh come
You
on.
see it and you think, "That should be me. What
Yeah.
what am I doing here?" Yeah, it is hard because especially because 'cause you're self-employed, you don't wanna a good job might come up and you think, "What if I just can't do that week?" And it's
Yeah.
silly because, we need to go on holiday as well. Yeah, I think it's just the risk factor for me. I just think a really good job might just show itself in that week, and I'm off in bloody Spain. It's a bit of a risk, but no, next year, well, probably towards the end of this year, I'm hoping to book something in, whether it's abroad or not. You just need that
Yeah.
time for yourself, definitely. I know that me and
Absolutely.
Harry, because he's self-employed as well, that's a bit more of a struggle because he might have a really good week when I'm a bit quiet, and I might have a really busy time when he's really quiet. So it's trying to get that crossover. So I think when we will book something, it'll be far in the future where we can't really tell who's going to be busy and who's not going to be busy, and the customers might just have to wait a little bit.
Absolutely. That's it. They will. And I think that's a fair approach to things, I think, in your early days. Absolutely. Can't fault you, to be honest, just cracking on and building that customer base. That's brilliant. Definitely. But in the long term, don't forget to find
No,
time for yourself, because
100%. It's worth it, isn't it? When you have a week
yeah,
off, oh, nice.
you never want to go back, even though you enjoy your job. You just,
No,
oh yeah.
after Christmas, oh,
Oh,
in the
that was tough.
yeah, dark till bloody 8:30, 9 sometimes. I know, I hate
Yeah.
that. Summer is coming.
It is coming, and it is. I have to say, I spoke to a couple of women around Christmas time and in the new year, and we were all saying the same thing: how difficult it is to be motivated and
It is.
and and happy. You know,
Yeah, putting
I
on that bloody,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm so chuffed
Hi.
to be here." Yeah, no, it is hard because especially even your customers, they still feel the same. They have to go back to work. They have to, back to school for the kids, everything. So everyone's feeling a bit down. So you have to show up to the house and be like, "Hello, sorry it's 8 a.m. and it's dark. I'm just here to start landing." And
I know.
everyone's in bed, aren't they?
Yeah, working by torchlight for the first
Oh,
hour.
God. The light in my van didn't used to work, so I'd have to have my torch out if I wanted to get anything out. Oh no, gone are the days. Gone are the days.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. Okay, so we've touched on your social media, and especially Instagram for decorators, I think
Yeah.
is a big part of one, promoting your work and showing your portfolio, and two, making connections with people. How do you find the whole social media ness thing?
The
Monster.
thing of it. I've not been posting for very long. I think I started in November-ish when the van bloody broke down. But in that short, what is that, like 5 months-ish? I don't even know.
Yeah, pretty much.
In that time, I have made some of the best I've spoke to and made connections with some of the loveliest people, especially women, which is just brilliant. Because I personally, in this area, I don't know any other self-employed decorating women um, around here at all. So it's such a good way to speak to people in the same boat. I know you can
Yeah.
message, like, especially Mel, she was on here the other week. She is an angel, honestly. And I can just message her and she can message me, "Have you had this happen? Do you know, have you used this?" And it's just so good to be able to reach out in a split bloody second and say, "Help me, please help me." And especially supporting each other as well. You know, I post, a lot of other women post videos, pictures, whatever it is. And it's just so nice to be like, "Come on, girl, smashing it." And then when you get the same back, it's just so lovely to have such a good community, especially of women, to be friends with. It's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think, first of all, Mel is an angel. She's epic.
It
Love
is.
her. And everybody else that is in the trades, especially the women for us to communicate with, it is such a lovely like group. Everybody is nice to each other, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 100%. I don't know if obviously you've had a lot of other trades on here, but Harry in particular, I know I keep bloody bringing him up, is
That's all
but
right.
in the welding industry, I don't know what it is. I think it's the same with plastering as well, really, but they cannot say a nice thing to each other. If you go in the comments section of a
Wow.
welding post or something like that, this is wrong. Everyone is just so horrible. There's not a nice word to be said.
No
But
way.
on a decorator's page, the comments, 90% of them, lovely. You're smashing it. This is brilliant. This is amazing. I don't know what it is. The decorating community in particular is just brilliant. boys, girls, men, women, everyone's just lovely, I think, personally.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I think it is just a very supportive community of people
Yeah.
who I think understand the struggles and like to support people through them because everybody has been through it at some point on some level. So we all know how it is. And the fact that someone has took the leap to be in the trades, mostly I would say as a self-employed person, I think. And yeah, why wouldn't you just support people? It
No!
boggles me. Yeah.
It's brilliant. When I first started posting, I didn't know sort of what it was gonna be like. Because I've seen a lot on I try and avoid Facebook because it's brutal on
Yeah,
there.
it's nasty
Oh,
on there, isn't it?
yeah, I just post for the business on there, but
Yeah.
Instagram and TikTok for me is where I've made all those connections, is brilliant, and it's so nice, especially for people who work alone. It can be bloody lonely, 'cause sometimes your customers are on holiday, you don't speak to anyone all day.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that, like, "Oh, I can just message, "What are you doing today?" It's just nice because someone will be in the same boat, like you said. It's brilliant.
Exactly, exactly. And I think with your social media, your Instagrams, your voiceovers, as I mentioned just before we started this, they're fantastic. You
Thank
should
you so much.
please keep doing them. They're brilliant.
Thank you. Oh, I really appreciate that. Because you don't know, do you? Watching it yourself, you think, "I wonder if anyone else wants to watch that," but then it's so nice when you hear, like, things like that. It's just so brilliant to hear. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome because I know what it's like trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone when, like we said, hearing your own voice is a bit
Yeah.
cringe.
100%.
Uh,
I
or like seeing your face on camera and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It can be all a bit cringy to start with, but fair play for putting yourself out of your comfort zone because it is and it will continue to pay off for you.
thank you.
Definitely.
I can't even watch, like, my first people are gonna hear this and they're gonna go and watch them now, but my first 4 videos, like, I think it's the first 4 or 5, I can't even watch them. If I ever accidentally press on them, I'm like, "Oh my god, get that off right now." I can't hear my own voice like that because I feel like now I'm definitely more myself on my videos. Like, I feel like I just am how I am, but at the start, I didn't want to come across weird. I was worried what people from school, if they saw it, if, you
Okay.
know, people that I've not even spoken to for like 4 years. Why do I even care what they think? But I'd be like, "Hi guys," and it's just so cringe. It's so cringe.
It is funny though that like when you first start doing it, you do kind of turn into somebody else. Like I've noticed when I've tried to do like talk to camera videos type thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, who am I? Like that's not me.
No, no. You watch it back and you think, "Why did I say that?" What?
Like absolutely not. Delete. Gone.
Delete, delete. Yeah, 100%. I know in person, obviously not right now, but I have quite a foul mouth in real life. I try not to say
Same.
anything on videos, but it was really hard for me to, and it still is, to not swear. And I don't swear really in front of my customers unless we've got
Oh.
that kind of relationship. But in person, I've got a shocking mouth, and it was really hard not to put that on a video. I'd have to, oh god, I bloody swore for 10 times.
Oh, I love that. That's brilliant. Please do a sweary one at some point.
My grandma watches them, so she would've she'd be messaging me. I told her I was coming on here. She thinks I'm like a celebrity. She tells every
Woo!
craft club. It's brilliant.
Oh, get them all listening when it comes out. Come
I
on, girls.
will.
Oh, I love that. I love
Brilliant.
that. Right, before we start coming towards the end of this, I need to ask you about this horse box transformation that
Oh,
did you start ripping out yesterday?
yeah. I started it on, oh, all the days go into one, don't they? It was
They
this
do.
week, 2 days ago or something. I started ripping it out. I went to see it a year ago-ish on Facebook. £1,000 for,
Bargain.
I know! It's 40 years old. It it does drive, but we don't really have the powerful enough stuff to get it started at the minute. We're gonna
Okay.
hopefully see what we can do. Harry's on that side of things. I'm more on the renovation. But, I'm so excited. I don't have any set plans at the minute for it. I just wanna rip it out, see what I'm working with, and then hopefully get some ideas, because I just love the idea of having a tiny little house, you know?
That's so
It's
cool.
brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm really excited.
Wow. So if anybody wants to see this, go onto Emma's Instagram and you'll see the horse box. It's not what you would imagine when you
It's
say horse box. It's massive.
it's what is it? It's like a trailer or
Yeah, it's like a van, really, isn't it? A
yeah,
horse box
yeah,
van type
lorry.
transportation vehicle.
You're back. Yeah, hit the nail right on the head.
That's the one.
That's brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Instagram, go check it out and keep tabs on it. It's gonna be epic because I'm keeping
Progress might be a
tabs.
bit slow
It'll be
every
fine.
other weekend.
It'll be fine. So, what's coming up for you? Have you got any exciting big jobs that you've got on the cards?
So at the minute, I have been fairly picky with the jobs that I've been saying yes to recently, because at the start I would say yes to anything and everything because you just have to get that work in, you have to get experience, you have to learn things. But now I think I don't have to do that. I
No,
can, if I don't fancy it, that's absolutely fine. I can say, I'm really sorry, no thank you. Or,
absolutely.
not in those words, but and then you can make room for the jobs that you really want to do. You really want to see that transformation. Yeah, absolutely, no worries. I'll get you in. So I've just got some jobs that I'm really excited to do because I
Oh, brilliant.
selected them quite nicely for myself. Because sometimes you can give yourself a few jobs in a row that's like, oh my God, will it ever end? I want a job that there's a, what was I going to say? There's like a specific type of job where you step back and you go, oh my gosh, that is just what I
Yeah.
want every day. Yeah,
Like the transformation, isn't it? It's you don't necessarily want the jobs that are easy. You want the jobs that are going to be challenging, but also you can see the potential in what's going to be done at the end, can't you?
100%. I feel like those are the best types of jobs, especially when maybe the walls are absolutely shambles. It when you step back at the end, that's the best bit for me, I think. When you walk in, you quote it, maybe it's been a few months since you've last seen that job, and then you go there to work on it, you go, right, let's crack on. And then when you step back, you've hoovered, everything's clean, all the floor protection's gone, and you go, oh my gosh, I did that. And your customer, this is brilliant. It's just the best feeling in the world.
It really is. I literally just did one of those type jobs. Like
Yeah.
it all had my black boards down on the tiles and then the carpet protector on and did some real like tidy work. And then after hoovering up, taking it all up, I was like, actually, this looks spanking.
Yeah, yeah, it is the best.
It really is. Especially when you've put some real hard graft into it as well. Because as we all know, as decorators and probably other trades, it's all in the prep.
100%. Oh, yeah. When I first started, I didn't realize how important it really was. I've watched every video. Joanne, I used to watch
Legend.
every single video. Joanne, what a legend. Yeah, and Ria as well. They
Yeah.
were my holy grail if I needed any information. But then you don't realize until you're actually there, especially when you watch a video and then you go and do it in person, you think, am I slow? This has taken me, 4 days of prep. But when you watch a video, it looks, like a quick 5-minute job.
Yeah.
Comes to it, it's days and days of prep. And that's just how it is.
It is. And I think personally, customers are starting to realise that the prep is worth it.
Yeah.
Whereas you might still get the odd person that doesn't want that level of preparation. But, when you compare it to one job that has had those 4 days of prep and then 2 days of painting, it's like chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so
100%.
different.
100%. I always say to my customers, it will look worse before it gets better. You just need to trust the process, because a lot of people, they don't know. A lot of people, especially ones who've never had decorators before, will sand the walls down and they're going, sanding the walls, and they just don't know. I didn't know at the start, and I was like, sand the walls.
Yeah.
But it's just part of the process. And then even worse when you start filling after you've painted.
After you've painted, what are you doing?
You've already painted and you're filling again. I get a lot of people sort of questioning the older ladies. They are lovely. I love them to bits, but they don't know that level of prep. I think the modern day prep is definitely more in depth. We've got the tools, we've got the
Yeah.
all these things make it a lot easier to get that perfect finish. And I think back in the day, they didn't have all these things, so it's never gonna be that same level without the products and the new technology and everything. So it is good to be able to deliver that best finish, but it shocks them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Especially when you turn up and you've unloaded like half a house into theirs.
Yeah, yeah, and they're thinking, "Is there much more?"
I know. Have you got a spare room that I can just put all my stuff in?
In a hallway, especially where that's the
Oh,
worst, I think, because there's no base camp to
no,
keep a base camp is so important for me. Yeah, if you're in a bedroom, there is a place where it can all go, but where in anyone's way. A hallway, you've got no chance.
no, no. You've got to have a bit of the living room or a bit of the kitchen, really, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just bought myself a little table because I was sick of
Oh,
not having somewhere, just one that folds out, it's nothing special. Sick of having nowhere, and I'd have to put things back in the van every night, and I'm like, "This is slowing me down." So I've got a little table. No one's gonna get upset when I put things on it because it's mine, and
that's
I'm not gonna be paranoid. It's not in anyone's way. It's brilliant.
great idea. Yeah. I was going to say, like, there's nothing worse than having to go in and out the front door constantly because you forgot your tin of peel stop or the brush for the peel stop that you always use or or
No,
your pole.
yeah, the cage, anything. No,
That just
no.
gets me angry when that
It
happens, and then
does.
it's like my day is ruined
I'll be
because
sat there trying to use my key, and then
yes.
thinking I should have just gone to the van. The other week, I was working in a house where the customers were on holiday, and this is terrible. I'm absolutely mortified. So they were on holiday. I walk in, there's a little cat there. Oh, hello. He must have had one of those automatic feeders or something. And he stayed upstairs. So I was like, right, okay, we're just going to keep our distance. I was in the living room, so there's a shut door in between us. And I just thought it was their cat. The neighbour comes round on the second day. She says, I've lost my cat. I don't know if you've seen him anywhere. I said, "Oh, there's a cat here. Do you wanna check that it's yours?" And she said, "Oh, no, no, they do look similar. That's their cat. Mine's missing." I said, "Oh, let me know if you find him. I'll have a look." Freddie, come out. Anyway, gets to about Friday, so I've been there all week with this cat. I let he was crying to go out, so I said, "Right, okay, let him out." And he ran straight next door, and I'm thinking, "Oh, they must be friends." Then I messaged my customer after she's back from a holiday. She's paid her invoice. I said, "Did your neighbour's cat ever come back?" And she said, "Yeah, he was in our house the whole week." And I said,
What?
"Was that not your cat?" And she said, "No, ours passed away a few weeks ago, and the neighbour wouldn't have known." So the
Oh
neighbour thought
no.
we all thought that it was their cat, and I kept it
Oh,
for a week.
oh my goodness.
Embarrassing. Oh my gosh, felt
You were to
terrible.
know, but
They had cat posts because their cat had only passed away a couple of weeks ago. Terrible, terrible. Poor cat.
poor thing. At least it
Oh.
had a scratch post.
I know. At least I let it out. God, it could
Yeah.
have been there forever.
Bless. That's the
So
thing though, innit? Like when customers have got pets and stuff, or if like they leave you in the house when they go to work and stuff,
yeah,
like there's so many other like everyday life things that can happen that are not really anything to do with you, but you feel a responsibility. It's like when parcels come.
yeah. I was just about to say that. Yeah, yeah,
Like, knock at the door. "Hello, mister or missus. Yeah,
yeah.
do you mind giving me your name for this parcel?" "Sure thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Take
but
a
you can't say
picture."
no. You wouldn't say no, would you? That's
Exactly.
yeah, no. And or sometimes you'll get neighbours coming round, something like that. Oh, are they not here? And no.
I know, it's like, do you say no or do you say they'll be back soon?
Something I'm so paranoid about, and I don't know why, is that if my customers are away at work on holiday and they get burgled, I don't know why.
I know.
What if they think it's me? Or what if they think I sent someone? I would never do that, but it's just that thought in the back of your head, isn't it?
It is, it is. It's like before, like, if you finish the job before they are home, do you keep the key and then have to go out of your way to take it back to them, or do
Yeah.
you post it through the letterbox?
Yeah.
Because the many occasion that I've had to lock up, triple check the door handle, and then post it through, and then check it's gone all the way through and dropped, and then gone round the corner and thought, did it drop? Or did I actually not
You
lock the
don't
door?
hear it, do you? You don't hear it
No,
at all. No. No.
honestly.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure having a key as well. You're like, "Where did I put that key?" It's in the same spot in the van, but you think you've lost it, and oh god.
Yeah, always keep it in the same pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you put it in the wash. Oh my
Don't.
it's a lot of pressure.
It is the things we have to deal with,
Oh,
honestly. Right, okay. Let's do the quick fire question round.
no.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready as ever.
Coolio. Okay, won't be too difficult.
Okay.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Painting or wallpapering?
Painting 100% for me.
Driver or passenger?
Driver. I'm a terrible passenger. I'm hanging onto the thing. I'm pressing the brake pedal. Get away from the curb. I'm terrible.
Hall stairs and landing or a flaky bathroom?
Oh my gosh. Hall stairs and landing. Best transformation.
Really?
See it all.
Fair play. Good shout. And dogs or cats?
I've got one of both. That feels like a
Oh,
situation.
you can't choose then.
No, no, both.
Okay. Fair play, fair play. Rollers in the washing machine or not?
Yeah, washing machine.
Don't
Don't
tell
tell
Harry.
anyone. No, don't tell anyone. In the washing machine. It's the easiest way.
Isn't it? Do you
It is.
pre-rinse them though?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Scrape them off and then I'll rinse them. And then whilst I'm rinsing them, I think, sometimes I'll think, yeah, I'll just wash this here. And then
Yeah.
less going in the washing machine. But no, in the wash. 100%.
Definitely. With a few tea towels to soften the blow.
A sheet or something. Yeah.
And last one, beach holiday or sightseeing weekend?
Beach. I love the beach. I'll sit there the whole week and not move. That's me.
too.
Can't think of anything worse than trotting round. I sound really lazy now.
No, not at all, not at all. You deserve it. Get one booked. Do
Yeah.
it one this afternoon.
Maybe I will. Maybe I
There you
will.
go. Sorry, Harry, I'm making us spend money.
Yeah. Solo trip. He can stay here.
There we go. It's fine, it's fine. Brilliant. So last couple of questions. If you could be a different trade, what would you choose and why?
Oh my gosh. I love this one. I don't know why. All I can think about is Sparkies. You know?
Would you? Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's it for me. Thought the amount of times I've been electrocuted. Oh my god, I don't think I'd be any good. It's terrible. Trying to tape up a plug socket and I'm getting bloody
Bit of
electrocuted.
zap.
Yeah, yeah. No, I probably wouldn't be any good, but I'd probably say Sparky.
Nice, fair play. I don't think we've had many people say Sparky. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And what trade or who do you think I should have on the podcast next?
Oh my gosh, this is intense. Oh, you've had so many people on already that I can't say. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My mind has just gone.
Or even just a trade that you'd like to know more about.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I need someone right now. The only person I can think of is Mel, and she's already
I'll have her back. Don't you worry,
Yeah,
I'll have her back.
back again. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's okay.
Pressure, crumbling under the pressure.
It is a bit of a. I have caught you off guard with this because I don't normally, unless you've listened to the show before or recently,
yeah.
you know, I didn't tell you I was going to ask you
It's
this.
a fresh one. Gosh,
So that's fine. Don't worry. I'm happy to have Mel back on.
she's an angel. As soon as I get off, I'll think of someone. And
That's
then
fine.
I'll
Yeah,
have to.
I'll add it on at the end.
Perfect. I'll send you a video.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So where can people find you, Emma?
Oh gosh, I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I wouldn't bother with Facebook. I'm not really on there. Emma's painting one. Emma's painting was taken, so gotta put
Rude.
the one at the end. I know. I can't even find her. So Emma's painting one. That's me.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I will make sure that they're both in the show notes for the podcast episode. And yeah, thank you very
Thank you
much.
for having me. It's been amazing.
You're welcome. And I'll be happy to have you back on the show as well.
Oh, again.
Again. We'll do it all
Oh.
again.
Brilliant. Next week.
Next week. Why not? Yes, I'm free.
Me too.
Perfect. Lovely. Well, thank you again. And yeah, stay in touch. All right.
Thank you. See you later.
See ya.